So we actually have some very disturbing news, and it's not just pertaining to the United States. This actually has to do with Canada and other countries as well. Today I want to break down what's going on, why millions and millions of people around the world are highly concerned, why the CDC is worried, and why the World Health Organization is concerned as well. Today I'm going to break all this down, but all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So what would cause the World Health Organization, the CDC, and millions of people all around the world to be concerned? Well, it's this. This says a human bird flu case is thought to be found in Canada for the first time. Now, we learned that yesterday. Here's the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention today. Because we have been seeing the bird flu has been popping up, obviously, in our poultry here in the United States. It impacted, things like dolphins. We saw it impact cattle. And then just recently, it actually went into pigs. So yes, pigs are now being detected for bird flu, the H5N1 virus. Now, why is this concerning? Well, the biggest reason why that this is a concern for people all over the world is because bird flu going into things like a pig, pigs are very similar to humans. Their systems, okay, they're very similar. And this is why experts say that if it spreads amongst pigs, that's the concern. Now, look at this. This article from The Guardian says bird flu infections more widespread among U.S. dairy workers than thought. It says rate of dairy workers with antibodies to bird flu significantly higher than known cases of virus. Okay, so the rate of dairy workers with the antibodies to bird flu, they're higher than the known cases, which means those people had to have had the bird flu once before. That's the only reason why. Because they're not getting a shot, right? So what are they doing? Yeah, they've been infected before. They just didn't know it. Now keep this in mind. I'll be very clear on this as well. We have been hearing for the past 3 to 4 years that the next pandemic, global pandemic, not just something here in the United States, is actually going to be in 2025. They believe that whatever it is going to originate down in Brazil or in the region, and then it's going to be spread and impact millions of people all around the world. Now, how concerning how concerned should we be? Well, very. And like I said, it all has to do with pigs. Look at this right here. It says bird flu begins its human spread as health officials scramble to safeguard people and livestock. Yeah. The health officials are struggling to keep people safe. But not only people, they're struggling to keep livestock safe. Not only is that going to impact our supply of beef, our supply of pork, and of chicken, but if this continues to spread or it mutates and into a different variant that we don't know anything about, that's what health officials are deeply concerned with. And that's where they say, yes, the United States may be equipped to handle this, but with it spreading into Canada, is Canada equipped to handle this? Or once it spreads to other countries as well, because now it's not localized, are the other countries prepared to stop this? And many experts believe, depending on the country, that most countries, the majority, would not be able to stop this. So, look at this right here. The CDC calls for expanded bird flu testing among farm workers. Okay, why would they call for expanded bird flu testing? Well, the reason why is because they're concerned. They don't think they're doing enough. Okay, I want to read a little bit of this article to you. It says federal officials on Thursday that farm workers exposed to bird flu should be tested for the virus even if they are not showing any symptoms, especially if they were not wearing the proper personal protective equipment. Here's one of the things that one of my friends told me. I simply asked how worried he is with his farm. He said he's extremely worried about his farm because if he didn't have his farm, if he wasn't making money from it, he wouldn't be making money at all. But what he said was kind of eye-opening. He says it's not about his farm. It's about him. Now he's concerned. If he does not know if he wants to continue being a farmer. Because if this is turning into a bigger issue than what we've seen in the past, he wants nothing to do with it. He wants to completely get out of it, sell the land, sell the farm, right? Just unload it, and then use that money to start something else. What if every farmer did the exact same thing? Decided, this is too risky. I can't do this. We could potentially have to cull all of the animals that we have on the farm. And on top of that, now we have to get tested even if one animal shows signs that, they have the H5N1 bird flu. We're going to see what happens. But again, like I said, bird flu among pigs should worry humans too. I want to read a little bit of this article, okay? It says that when the U.S. Department of Agriculture announced that the H5N1 bird flu had turned up in a pig, I dropped what I was doing to read it. The situation didn't quite match the nightmare scenario some expert described to me last spring, in which this virus starts rampaging through commercial pigs. But it's worrisome. So we're not there yet, okay? Not there yet. Because we aren't seeing the virus spreading just ravagely all over the country. Not yet. But the concern is in the pigs. Now, are we going to get additional testing in pigs? I don't know. Are we going to get additional testing in cattle and humans? Possibly. But the biggest concern is that the CDC is now making moves. The CDC is now saying that we need expanded testing. They say that even people that aren't showing signs of symptoms should be tested, even if you're exposed. But here's the big question. How do you know if you're exposed? If you don't see the animals showing signs of having bird flu either. That's the concern. And that's where many health officials are saying the same thing, is that, well, if this goes undetected and continues to spread, what do we do? What do we do? Do we just go and kill off all the animals that we think may have it? No. That would completely disrupt our food supply. That would completely disrupt trade. That would hurt us not just here in the United States, but other countries as well. Now, here's the last thing I want to leave you with. I don't know what's going to happen, but what I do know is that many states are already ramping up efforts to prevent this. They're using their pandemic funding. They're taking masks and tests and all this other stuff, and they're now moving it towards the bird flu because they see that as the next potential pandemic. So, as we get more information on this, I promise I will bring you all the latest news and updates, but that's what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.